Hello guys, it's Vinny Sandu here, Mr. Maximo for the European Cricket Network with another match preview for a European Cricket Series encounter. And tonight it's match 11, which is between Austria CC Wien and Salzburg CC. It's the first game of Wednesday morning, the 19th of August. This game will start at 7 a.m. GMT, which is 9 o'clock in Central Europe. It's 12:30 p.m. in India. And you can catch all the action right here on the European Cricket Network, whether it's through our website, ecn.cricket, or you can catch it through our YouTube channel, ECN European Cricket Network, or of course, if you are in the Indian subcontinental area, you can catch it on Fancode. And just a reminder, if you don't already, why don't you follow us on social media, because there's so much happening in the world of European cricket. Of course, we are in Vienna, Austria this week, and then we'll be in Hungary. So a new country on the weekend for a 4-team series, and I'm certainly looking forward to that one as well. But there's plenty of matches left in this Austrian tournament. It's a very competitive 5-team tournament, and I certainly have been enjoying it so far. This is what we can expect then on Wednesday. It's day 3 of action there in Vienna. This is a preview for match 11, the first match of the day between Austria CC Wien and Salzburg. But as you can see, we do have 5 matches every day, Monday to Thursday, culminating in a finals Friday on day 5, where we'll have the top 4 teams playing off. You can see that Salzburg are second on the ladder. Currently, Austria CC Wien are 5th without a win, but that can all change very quickly if they get a couple of results going their way on Wednesday. Now, just a reminder, guys, for all the full fixtures, stats, and scorecards, and for plenty of extra information on these teams and players, all you have to do is visit our website, www.ecn.cricket. I even have the link to the specific article, which gives you all the team and player info for this tournament. It's in the description of this video. So make sure you check out that website, ecn.cricket. Let's have a look then at match 11, the first match of Wednesday. And we do have some likely 11s for you, with Austria CC Wien led by their captain Lakmal Kasturi, with Ali Rahimi behind the stumps for them. While for Salzburg CC, they'll once again be led by Mubashir Saeed, with Liaquat Mohammed to be their wicketkeeper. Well, let's talk a little bit about these two teams. Austria CC Wien, well, they've had their moments, but ultimately they're still to get a win. They do have a point, though, from the washout against Salzburg in match 9. In that match, they'd started pretty brightly. They were 44 for 2 halfway through the 5th over before the weather forced a stop to proceedings. So they're very much still in the hunt for finals Friday, as I said, and they do have the talent to win matches. But with half their preliminary matches already gone, they'll want to pick up the game pretty quickly, that's for sure. While for Salzburg, they were unbeaten on Monday, but they went without a win on Tuesday, turning in a lackluster performance against Vienna Afghans before the washout in match 9. They're still right in the mix, though, and they'll want to get back that winning feeling on Wednesday. And again, they're probably unlikely to have the services of their bowler, Shabazz Mohammed, who picked up an injury on Monday, but we'll have to see if he turns out for them on Wednesday. So plenty to play for these two sides. And I've got Mr. Maximo's 11 to watch as usual. And today I have super highlighted 2 players for Salzburg CC, starting with the all-rounder Abrar Bilal. Now, he is Salzburg CC's own AB, and he's the leading run scorer in the tournament at the moment, but he did seem a bit out of touch yesterday. He batted through their whole innings against Vienna Afghans for only 33 not out. I'm sure that he will look to rediscover the touch that saw him blasting balls out of the ground regularly on day 1. He's also been a revelation with the ball, with his part-time off-spin taking 5 wickets in the 5 overs that he's bowled in this series so far. I've also super highlighted Zishan Guraya. Now, we talked about him last night on the show needing some runs, and he did look a lot better with the bat, scoring 25 off 21 balls in match 6 in that number 3 position. He'll be after more runs on Wednesday, and he's been a regular wicket taker, though, for Salzburg, picking up 6 of them so far this week. I've also highlighted some other players for Salzburg, including Anissa Ahmed. Now, he's a guy who can open the batting. We've seen glimpses of what he can do, but he hasn't really gone on to a big score yet. Perhaps this is the game where he'll break out, as well as some batting options there in Klaya Kailash and Ramanullah Pachayan, who can also be called on for an over or two if required. I've got an all-rounder in there, Atif Mahmood. Now, we haven't seen too much of him in the tournament so far, but I'm really impressed with his left-arm bowling. He's got good pace and accuracy, and I don't think it'll be too long before we're going to see him take a bag of wickets. Finally, for Salzburg, I've highlighted Zahid Khan, who has 4 wickets this week in Vienna. For Austria CC Wien, I've also highlighted some of their players, including batsman Hassan Ashfaq. Now, he's their leading run scorer and leading wicket taker in the tournament. He is under a bit of a cloud for this match, so if he doesn't happen to play, that'll be a big blow for them. If you are playing some fantasy cricket, I'd suggest perhaps switching him out for Taki Razai if he doesn't play, but hopefully he can get on the park for Austria CC Wien, because if they're going to be successful in this match, I think he needs to be out there. I've also highlighted their captain, the all-rounder Lakmal Kasturi. Now, I really like this way this guy competes. He seems to be able to hit boundaries from early in his innings. And when he's bowling, he has the courage to toss the ball up and challenge the batsman's ego a little bit. I think that if Austria CC Wien are to be successful, they will want a big game out of their skipper. I've also got a couple of bowling options rounding out my 11 to watch in Sharan Gill and Farhan Moeddin, who have 7 wickets between them this week, but they've been hideously expensive in doing so. They'll have to get those economy rates down as the week goes on if they are going to go a little bit further in this tournament. So that was the end of day 2, and we had a couple of weather issues, but we did get 4 out of the 5 games to a result, which is good, and it does look pretty even between these two in their initial clash yesterday. Like I said, Austria CC Wien started brightly and looked on their way to a pretty healthy total, and we saw how quick the team's form can change just based on the conditions, or perhaps the toss of a coin, just based on things like how well batsmen are timing the ball in a particular innings. It can change from match to match. And people ask me lots of questions about the conditions, particularly what the rain does. And I think that in these games, even with the small boundaries, when the ball gets wet, it's a little bit harder to hit out of the ground. We saw that with AB for Salzburg in the first match against Vienna Afghans. He batted through the whole innings for only 33. And this is a guy who was smashing balls into outer space the day before. But it does make a bit of a difference with that ball when it's covered in a bit of moisture. You just don't get that clean hit off the bat. And also it's a bit heavier. So obviously when something's heavier, it doesn't travel as far. And we saw him struggle to get the ball going and struggle to get his timing going. And he only made 33 off 30 balls in that innings. But I do think he is a player who has enormous potential, and I do see him making runs on Wednesday. I also think that the team that holds their catches is going to go a long way to winning this match. And we've seen Salzburg's fielding be pretty good in the first game, but these catches, there's always 4, 5 or 6 in a game where if you hold on to them, it makes all the difference. So I've seen the players working a lot on their fielding. It's really important because they know how important it is. And when teams are fairly even in batting and bowling, the fielding can really make a difference. So I think we'll hopefully see lots of exciting catches and spectacular catches as the week goes on. Well, let's get to prediction time for this one. And Austria CC Wien, we saw them make a good start against Salzburg last time. So this is a game they really need to win. And I'd love to tip an upset. And I don't think it's impossible for them to win, but ultimately I am predicting Salzburg CC to rediscover their winning form on Wednesday morning with a win over Austria CC Wien. I put AB, Abra Bilal, to be their star player. But I'd like to see a close game. And don't we all like to see close games in the European Cricket Series? We certainly have had some exciting finishes so far. We've got no sign of a golden ball yet this week, but the week is young and we still have 3 more days there in Vienna to get one. Then, of course, like I said, we are in Hungary on the weekend for a 2-day series. So we hope you can join us on the European Cricket Network. 5 games on Wednesday, starting at 12:30 Indian time. So I'll see you then on ECN. But for now, this is Vinny Sandhu, Mr. Maximo for European Cricket, saying enjoy the game, and we'll see you next time.